Hello, namaste, sat shri akal to the viewers of JUS TV. Today we are here at Redefine's Rise and Connect event. On this particular event, the Immigrant Trailblazers will be awarded. Also, there's networking going on. People are connecting with each other and networking on this event.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming out. We all know we're gathered here for the Rise and Connect event. A lot of people ask me, Ritika, is this the usual career events that you guys do? And I was like, no, this is one time where we want to switch things up a little bit. And the reason we started doing this is because you all know kind of this story, because I think we all here, most of us are part of the Redefined international community already. But for those of you that don't know, I myself am an immigrant. I came to Canada about 6.5 years ago. And when I came in with the idea, we all come with those suitcases, right? Full of dreams and hopes and wanting to kind of become those billionaires and millionaires we've always wanted to be. And then the moment you touch the ground in Canada, what happens? You buy that Starbucks, you take that taxi, you go to your university and you realize Canada is expensive, right? And you're like, wait, you forget about everything else and now your first focus goes on to, hey, I gotta make money because I gotta feed myself, my parents have paid so much, so on and so forth. And as a result, we all get so caught up in just the purpose of making money, as I did myself, that we start doing a lot of part-time jobs, which, trust me, makes sense. But when we start doing those jobs because of the people we are surrounded by, because of our workplaces where we work, which oftentimes they're not, aren't that great, we start thinking this is what our potential is limited to, right? In my recent post I mentioned, my manager once told me, this is what your people are meant to do, right? And at that moment, I wasn't someone who was confident. So I thought maybe, you know what, this is the reality. Because guess what, at that same workplace, there was someone from India, there was someone from Dubai who had 10 years of work experience. But they still were working at that pizza place for the last 5 years. And I thought to myself, wait a second, I have zero experiences. And if they're still here, maybe this is where I am meant to be as well, right? But it was only when I went out to events like these, networked with people, that I realized, no, my potential is what I wanted to become, right? It's down to each one of us to define it. And if Redefine and myself can be a supporting factor in helping you create credibility for yourself in the market in North America, that's the purpose we want to serve. For a lot of us here, our credibility is oftentimes questioned because of our non-Canadianness of experiences, right? And I want to make sure this Rise and Connect event, through the awards we're giving out, is an opportunity to give you that extra credibility factor that you can leverage to go into a room and say, hey, actually I won an award, right? And it is this Immigrant Entrepreneur Award or whatever it is, right? Because I know when we go off for a lot of these awards, etc., even I've applied to multiple, many a times I'm not considered because I don't have my PR, because I fall into the not so amazing immigrant category, right? Or because I am an immigrant, first of all, right? And a lot of them are assigned for people who may be originally from Canada, right? And nothing wrong with that. So that's when I was like, why not we create our own opportunities, right? Because why wait for anything when you have the ability to create something? So I hope this event serves that purpose, resonates with you guys in that perspective as well. And I hope we can make the most of the opportunity. You all know, I keep saying it multiple times, it's all about the networks you have. Right? Everyone in this room, we all believe in the same cause. We're here to work together. If we all work in silos, guess what? No one's going anywhere, right? It's only when we work together, right? So one takeaway to you, which we had AV, which is Anthony Weil, the CEO of Deloitte Canada, he said in our event, one takeaway to you is, make sure you sponsor one other person in the room. And when I say sponsor, I don't mean financially. Maybe refer them for an opportunity, right? Let them know about how you got into that X company, or connect them with someone who can help them understand the entrepreneur market, or whatever it is. But do it at least for one person. That's you already paying it back. And trust me, so much more will come back. Can we do that during the event? Right? Can we cheer the people who are getting the awards today and make sure you next time are the person standing there as well? Yes? Okay, perfect.
So without any further ado, I'll call Mansi Dasmana to the stage. She's a strategic and acquisition senior manager at RBC. Mansi.
Thank you.
No.
Hey, everyone. Okay. First of all, I just want to kick this off by saying what an honor and privilege to get an opportunity to stand before you and share my immigrant journey and experiences. You've chosen to be here on a Saturday evening to connect, celebrate, and network. And that itself tells me that I'm in a very inspired group here today. So thank you for coming. Now, I know Guru Kriya sort of touched upon my professional bio, but I'm going to switch and kind of give you guys my immigrant bio here. I came to Canada alone just over a decade ago. I still remember my dad standing on the Mumbai airport as he handed me my boarding pass. And he said, "Make us proud, do well, off you go." That's it. And that is how I began my journey here to Canada. What followed was an adventure and an opportunity to learn for a lifetime that continues to this day. Social media looked very different 10 years ago. It certainly was very less influential. However, that also meant that I had very less opportunities to call home, and connecting with family was less frequent. I felt the familiar newcomer immigrant pangs of loneliness, lack of familiarity, and most of all, lack of meaningful connections and a lack of community. One particularly cold winter morning, I was carting my groceries back home, standing and waiting for a very delayed TTC bus in the snow. And I truly, really asked myself as I stared at the homeless person next to me, is this really my future? Is this what I really want to do? And there is where I was on this familiar newcomer juncture, crossroads. Two ways ahead. One leads back to somewhere familiar, nurturing, family, love. And the other, embracing the new, the different, my present and future in a new country. Regardless to say, I chose the latter. I chose back, I chose to stay. And let me tell you, once I made the decision to stay, it sort of became easier because I had made the decision. So from then on, every conversation I had, every step I took was to make my immigration journey a success and settle down in Canada successfully. And once you've made it, or once when you feel that you're ready and you've made it, it is now your turn to lend a helping hand to others. It is your turn to maybe give a person standing, a new immigrant standing, waiting, wondering what to do next, a direction, a nudge, just like you may have gotten in your journey here. Be a part of a community, empower and inspire other people. In short, rise up and connect like you are doing today. It's only onwards and upwards from here, believe me. I wish each one of you present here that you find your own unique path and journey. And may your path be fulfilling and have a lot of growth and joy. Thank you. Thanks.
All right, so I would like to invite Vaishali Sachdeva with a beautiful poem regarding immigrants.
Hello, good evening, everybody. This is a poem written by me on my experience as an international student. And the title of the poem is From Home to Home, Away from Home, I Grew Up, I'm on My Own. Thank you. There were days when I would look at the world map and wonder what foreign countries look like. How do people live there and what's their lifestyle? Just like every other kid in the world, I also had a dream. The dream to study abroad, the American dream of lifestyle. And then what? My parents started saving and I kept dreaming. They started earning more and I started dreaming more. Flights took off, the dreams took off. I packed my life in 2 suitcases and cried on my flight. Sometimes you have to sacrifice the joy of present because the future has to be bright. We came on our own, did everything by ourselves, and we still keep doing. No matter how much we miss our families and cry silently at night, but every morning we just keep going. One day, we were waiting for the study permit, then for visa, and then for PR. But I hope that you all realize that in this wait, you actually came so far. Well, talking about it, all of a sudden, everything that my parents used to tell me has started making more sense. No wonder how we do these back-to-back shifts and work overtime. Because now we all know the value of each cent. Some come to study, while some for work, and some with their spouse. And some are just trying to make a rented apartment look like their own house. How beautiful it is to see diverse backgrounds who stay together. How we all forget about all of our sad stories whenever we all gather. We meet new people, we make new friends, while missing our old gems. From checking our bank accounts before buying anything to supporting our families financially. From being jobless one day to getting offers and making dreams come true successfully. But you know what? Only we know how we do this. Only we know that on every festival, we miss home. We miss our people, our culture, our friends, and every single thing. And I want to end this poem by saying my favorite line, which is, shoot for the moon so that you land on stars. And if you don't land on stars, make sure you become the star. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Templeton Sawyer to introduce you to this initiative and hand out the laptops.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This has been, wow, I can say the journey of hearing from the keynote to the poet, it's amazing. As an immigrant myself, I think of the journey. It's always a journey that we're on as immigrants, and we're always thinking about how can we get better? How can we be better? How can we do more, become more, so that people actually sees us as human beings and as actual valuable assets for community and not look at us down in other capacities. So we have various programs and mentorship that allows young people to feel equipped with the necessary skills on their entrepreneurial journey. Back in March of 2023, LOI launched a program called Success Academy, which I am leading, and which was funded by the Economic Social Development Canada, known as ESDC, to empower young people under 30 with the development and entrepreneurial skills through our online platform that we have. And through this funding, we were able to utilize some areas of donations towards this laptops initiative to support vulnerable populations in underserved communities across two technologies. We inspire to help young innovators to continue to do the work that they're doing, and we don't want to limit them with the access of technology. And so the laptop donation not only facilitates learning, but also empowers young people to dream big and to do more as they continue to face the reality that they need. When we invest in our youth, we invest in the future of innovation and progress. And so thank you so much for inviting us, and let's continue to support more initiatives like this, and as we continue to grow and support more of you. Thank you.
I'll stay here. Yep. So I would now be calling out the names of the people who will be receiving the laptops, and feel free. Yeah, hopefully they are here, and feel free to share your mind if you like. So first we have Sakshi Bagri.
Hello everyone, good evening. So my name is Sakshi Bagri. I am doing post-graduation diploma from Lambton College, and I saw one post that they are handing over laptops to the one who is in need for the laptop. So as being a student, for having laptop is very much helpful for them. Like I have done my I have course in my full stack software development. So you know that for software developers, it is very useful for them to have laptops. So thank you so much for having me.
Next we have Arohan Basar.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Arohan. I am currently a master's student at Western University Ivy Business School. I'm currently in my third semester, so right now like 8 more months of my education left. Firstly, like a huge shout out to the organizing team, entire organizing team, for this opportunity. I think it really helps all of us students and immigrants, to achieve our goals. Personally, like for me, like it's really important because I think, I can tell you this from my own experience, like without a laptop, like how my life is. 2 or 3 weeks back, suddenly like my laptop it stopped working. And, so I don't know how I survived those 2 or 3 days, until I borrowed temporarily from a friend. So it shows me that it's really an asset, at this point of time. And I think, I have to give a huge shout out to the entire team, like for bringing up this opportunity. I think it really helps us achieve our goals. So an honor for me to be here.
Now we have Tejasvi VM.
Hello everyone, this is Tejaswini VM. I'm currently pursuing my post-graduation from Sheridan HMC campus, and I'm doing my advertising account management, and everyone in this generation needs a laptop, and without a laptop completing any course is like very difficult. So getting a laptop is going to add value to everyone's life. And thank you so much for the whole team, Redefine, and it's only because of Ratika we got to know about this. And thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Now, before we move on to our next segment, that is the awards segment, the recognition awards, for which all of us have gathered tonight here. Before that, I would like to invite Divya Bharti, the director of Deloitte, to share a few words with us, if she's here.
Yes, she's there.
All right, there you go.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? Awesome, awesome. So first of all, I'd like to say that what I'm going to talk today it's nothing pre-written, pre-thought or prepared, because I just came to know that I'm doing a keynote as I reached here. So whatever I'm going to say is going to come from really the core of my heart and really very, very true thoughts here. And I think what would be really beneficial for all the students and immigrants here would be that if I share my story. So I'm going to let you know how I have reached here and what all I have gone through. So this is 2007 that I'm talking about when I came to US for the first time. So I have been in US for almost 8 years and then in Canada for the last 10 years. So I came to US for the first time. I was 24 days into my marriage, and right after my marriage, I came and traveled alone, and my husband was there in India. And I came here on a project ready to conquer the world, right? And this was only the second time that I was flying, and I was flying internationally and all alone. And I was, of course, I was young. I'm not going to tell you my age. So at that time, I had to do a change of flight because there were no direct flights from Delhi to Tulsa in USA where I was traveling. So when I changed my flight at the UK airport, and the flight got delayed, and I was trying to get into the next one. I missed my flight. A very tall black man came and put his arms around me and said, "Hey, I have 2 news for you. One good news, one bad news. Which one shall I give you first?" And I was like, "Good news?" So he goes, "Okay, you have been booked into the next flight." And I was like, "Okay, that's amazing. What's the bad news?" The bad news is that the flight is tomorrow. So you have to stay tonight here, but we are going to give you a hotel room. And then this little girl just got married, was really scared. I was like, how do I let my parents know? In those days, there were calling cards. So we didn't have, mobiles and stuff those days. So I had a calling card. And I had to use that calling card to call my uncle when I reached Tulsa so he could come to pick me up. So now here I am thinking, do I call my parents? What if this calling card finishes and then I won't be able to call my uncle when I reach the place? So I decided not to call anybody, just go in the hotel. I had besan ki puris, which is, some of you would know, from my mom that she had cooked. So in the night, I just purchased a Coke, ate the puris, slept. And then the next morning, I flew again and reached Tulsa. From there, I called my uncle. And then after that, whatever little balance was left, I called my mom as well. And she was like, we were calculating and we were thinking it's a little bit too much that you have not reached yet. Because for them also, there was somebody for the first time, traveling. So that was my first tryst with the US of A. Finally reached there. Have been there for almost 7 years. My husband came in another year, joined me there. Again, I was on an L1B visa, so a lot of visa problems that I'm sure many of you are facing in terms of work permit and whatnot, right? We got my husband an employment authorization so he could work there. He did not get a job in the US. He got a postdoctorate fellowship in Canada. Now I'm there again all alone. My husband is in Canada. And there are a lot of people who would say, oh my God, that's so sad. How will you manage? So there were a lot of people who were kind of giving me a lot of sympathy. I took that for a week or two, and then I felt like this is not giving me any confidence. It's actually bringing me down. So after a couple of weeks, I decided and I declared to them, hey, I'm not going. Let's not talk about this topic anymore. We'll see what happens. And I resonate with this thing very much that there's situation, there's a story around a situation, and then there's behavior. And if I ask you, what do you think you have control over? Situation, story, or behavior? Most people say behavior, and my daughter is standing right there, and she also told me behavior when I was talking to her a couple of weeks ago. So that's the other thing which I came to know in the second decade. So I'd say these are two very important things. Keep them in your mind, network, and try to get sponsors who could help you. So thank you.
We'll move on to the awards section, for which most of us have gathered here, and a lot of the awardees who will be receiving the awards must be excited for.
First, Redefined Immigrant Entrepreneur goes to Alia Ali Sheikha. Hi. Many congratulations. Thank you.
For the next award as well, which is Immigrant Women in Leadership Award, I would again invite Mansi.
And the winner is Shruti Dabas.
Thank you, Redefined. This is so encouraging. I'll share a little bit about my story as well. I came here as a student, like most of you, with big dreams, aspirations. I was quickly discouraged when I didn't find a part-time job for 6 months. And I was like, I'm going to pack my bags and go back after I finish my studies. But 8 years later, here we are. I guess it all turned out okay. I want to acknowledge that being an immigrant is not easy. But the silver lining is that it teaches you a lot about yourself. It teaches you how resilient you are, how hard you're ready to work, what really motivates you and helps you find your purpose in life as well. I'm getting this award today for a community that I'm building. It's called South Asian Boss Women. It's a community for ambitious and driven South Asian women who are looking to connect with other professionals. We host monthly events, which are mostly tailored around personal growth. The community is all about connection and collaboration. We highlight women from within the community to teach us their unique skills and talents, so we're all learning and growing together.
For our next award, I would like to invite David Mendoza, co-founder of Orbit 5, to present our next award. So our next award category is Immigrant Artist Award.
Thank you so much. Before I hand in the award, I want to say thank you, Ritika, and all the team of Redefine for helping us bring this community together. It's a pleasure to sponsor this event. As someone who is turning international students and newcomers into sharp communicators and job-ready professionals, it is a pleasure to present this next award. So to celebrate the impact of the arts and the creative moments that this person is doing in Canada, I want to call Vaishali Shediva, please. Congratulations. Do you want to take a picture?
I would like to share an incident with you that happened, which will truly define I'm doing something right in life. I was invited to watch a show a couple of weeks ago, and when I walked in at the registration table, there was a white person walking, and his head was down. He was very busy on his table taking names, and I was like, I'm Vaishali, is my name on the list? And he goes like, yeah, and I'm an Indian. So out of natural instinct, I started spelling my name. And he goes like, oh, I know the spelling of Vaishali. And I was like, okay. And he goes like, there's a Vaishali that performs here. She's an artist from India. And that was the moment I knew I'm doing something right. Another thing happened when I was doing my show Newcomers, which amplified the voices of immigrants and refugees in Canada. An Indian girl, she was 9-year-old. Oh my God, it still gives me goosebumps when I talk about this. She ran to me and she started crying and she hugged me like very tightly. And I asked her what happened. And she told me I was very ashamed of bringing what my mom cooked for me. But because of you, I'll be proudly bringing all my food, all my Indian food to the class. And that was the minute I realized how powerful art is. I want to say, in a country like India or in many South Asian countries, dreams from arts and entertainment industry, especially for women, are still not considered something that they should pursue. We are often told, oh, these are just dreams, you should not follow it. But trust me when I say there's nothing like that. When I came here as an international student, people told me you won't be able to fulfill your passions because at the end of the day, you have to fuel your pockets. And I said them, wait and watch. And that was the result.
Next award category is Immigrant Redefining Experiences and Opportunities Award.
So just before I hand over the award, just like to say some few words. So first of all, thank you, Ritika, for this amazing event. I was just texting one of my partners that there's so good vibes here in this room, right? So yeah. So my name is Nitin Garg. I'm the founder of NZT Financial Solutions. You all heard a lot of stories, so I'll not talk much about my story. So just like you, I'm also an immigrant. I came on work permit through my company from IT background, and after a few years, I realized that something is missing in my life, in my career. So I did my MBA from Rotman College. I'm an U of T alumni. Yeah. So what I want to say is, my mantra is achieve and elevate, right? A lot of speakers talked about student journey, right? What I would say is, the first step you achieved was to come here, right? Now, consider next step, elevate yourself. You'll hear a lot of people making you realize that regret your decision of coming here as a student. You're not finding good opportunities. But that's not true. Just keep rising, keep connecting. I think that's the agenda right here. So keep doing that. Second thing I would say is, whenever you come to these events, take notes. I realized no one here is taking notes of what speakers are saying, right? Someone very rightly said that the moment you stop being a student, your journey, your story stops, right? I was standing there, I was still taking notes of all the speakers who were saying. So always take notes. You have mobiles, everybody has mobile. Put it in your mobile, right? Third thing, nothing changes if nothing changes. Someone said this, but I follow this very religiously, right? Always look for the next step. Don't look backward. If you have to look backward, look it only to see, are you a better version of yourself today? Not to regret it, right? And then plan your next day. How can I be better next day? Because that's how your story will turn into an inspiring story for someone else, right? So having said so, once again, thank you, Ritika, for giving NZT Financial Solutions this opportunity to be part of this wonderful group here. Lastly, we offer a lot of services for students. First of all, we provide co-op services for students who want to get experience in financial sector of Canada. Second thing is, we help students get an entry into financial services by some licensing. And third is, we help Indian students to remit their fund transfer from India to Canada at a very discounted prices. God forbid you don't get a chance to bring money from India, you are earning well here. But if you do need so to pay tuition fees, you can contact us. Follow me on LinkedIn. My brochures are there. All my services are there. So once again, thank you. Now coming to what you were all waiting for is, Immigrant Redefining Opportunities and Experience Award goes to Simran Dhaliwal. Oh, wow.
Hi, everyone. I'm Simran, and I'm graduating with a Bachelor of Health Sciences Honors from Queen's University this summer. Yay! Just like all of you, or most of you, I came to Canada as an international student. I'm from New Delhi, India. And just like all of you, I came here to make a name for myself, to make an impact, and to create wonderful experiences through community, to build a community where everyone supports and uplifts one another. And not gonna lie, it hasn't been easy. I have encountered setbacks, I have encountered challenges, but I also discovered a sense of resilience, which I never knew existed within myself. And so I would like to dedicate this award to each and every immigrant out there who's working hard to achieve their dreams. I would also like to dedicate this award to 3 of my favorite organizations, Step Above Stigma, the Meraki Initiative, and COVID Speaks. And to elaborate on these organizations a little bit before we come to the actual formal thank yous. Step Above Stigma is a registered Canadian charity. I am the chair of volunteers on the board of directors of Step Above Stigma, so side-eye, apply as a volunteer.
For our next award, I would like to invite Tanmay Mathur from EduQuest Hub to present our next award.
The next award goes for Immigrant in Leadership Award, and that goes to Zian Virji.
So I'm Zian. I've been working as a leader in different capacities since the last 8 years. Started out my own nonprofit when I was 15 in East Africa. Managed to grow and scale that to helping 25,000 people in 10 countries. That opened up a lot of opportunities to work in different spaces, climate, health, education. And that eventually led me to move here to Canada 3 years ago in Vancouver. When I came here, it was also during COVID. And my first summer, after doing all the work that I did, I ended up doing a minimum wage job at Safeway. I worked 3 months in the meat department. I had to wash the floors with a lot of blood. I'm not allowed to eat pork, but I had to prepare pork for people. And I know, and the reason why I share that story is because I know a lot of us feel that same way. There's a lot of things that we've had to do coming here because of our financial situations, because of our circumstances, and because of our role as an immigrant.
For our last category award, I would like to invite Divya to the stage and present our last award.
Okay. So this one is Redefine Top Immigrant Mentor Award. This goes to Ron Johnson.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know if you know Ron Johnson, but Ron Johnson is, I think it makes so much sense that he got this award. He's an incredible mentor, and we've been talking about personal brand today a lot. And I think he's a master at personal branding. So I'm very happy to receive this award on his behalf. And I want to ask you guys a question that I think he will ask you right now. Raise your hand if you are right now looking for a job. All right, a lot of you guys, right? One of the problems that you're facing probably is that you're facing a lot of rejection. And because of that, you're not competing actively in the market. So there are 3 things that you want to achieve if you're looking for a job or you're looking for a better opportunity right now. You want to make sure that you increase your self-awareness. You want to become crystal clear about your value and the problems that you can solve for your industries. You want to increase your visibility so that you become a magnet that attracts recruiters and managers, and you do that with your personal brand. And you want to become a stronger communicator so that you ace all your job interviews. Achieve those 3 things and you will be able to advance your future and have a beautiful life here in Canada. Thank you.
My name is Rahul. I am currently working as an account development executive at OpenText. So I was listening to Divya's story, and the way she told about she was in Mumbai, she was in US and she was in Canada, and then she had to juggle. So this is how I also started my journey. And then I would say that everything starts with a vision. So when basically we have a vision in life and we want to achieve it no matter what, we'll do it. At the end of the day, you are the creator of your own destiny. And once you decide, you can do it no matter what. I've always believed in this theory of David Goggins, if anyone know David Goggins is. So when we do a particular thing, let's say that you're bench pressing. So when we know that we're only going to do 10 reps, but we know that we can do 15, but we only stop at 10. Why? Because our mind says us that we only stop at 10. But when we go the extra mile, we know that we are out of the box, like we are standing out of the box of the 10 people who are going to interview tomorrow. So always believe in yourself, and I think that Divya believed in herself, and that is the reason why I want to believe in myself, and I want to make sure that whoever is here, make sure that you believe in yourself and you can achieve anything that you want to if you have a strong vision.
You knowing exactly what you're running after, because I promise you, if you can draw a straight line to where you want to run, guess what? You won't actually care about who all is around and what they're doing, as long as you know what your path is. The reason a lot of us question ourselves, the reason a lot of us compare ourselves to others, feel we don't have what it takes, is because we don't know what we have, and we don't know what we can do to actually pursue that potential we have, right? So the day you invest the time into actually understanding what is my purpose, what's my end goal, and trust me, your job is not your end goal. I always say this, and I'll say it again. Your job is the medium of getting there. Your end goal could be anything, right? So what I would just give one thing, if you can take away from today, make sure you invest the time into just understanding what that purpose is. That purpose should not be a PR, please. I'm strongly emphasizing on that, right? Why I'm saying is because I see so many people giving up their immense potential because they're like, Ritika, no, I need to keep working at Tim Hortons because that will get me my LMIA, which will then get me my PR. And then you spend 3 years doing that and you realize, oh wow, you get your PR now, but I'm so far away from the job market in terms of my skill sets that there's no turning back. And now you feel embarrassed to even sometimes go back home because you're like, hey, I haven't become the person I wanted to be.
Let's talk to some of the immigrants and listen to their experience. So now we have Yazda with us. So hello Yazda, how are you doing?
I'm good. Hello viewers. Thank you Redefined for giving me this opportunity and the platform, and I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you here too, especially JUS Broadcasting team is actually happy to cover this. And my first question to you would be, how are you finding this event right now?
Well, I just came in, but I'm finding really good people and I'm happy to connect with them. I've met so many people here, so I think it's going to be good.
Okay, so how many connections do you think you have made so far here?
As of now, I'm just in the beginning, so probably under 10, but hopefully it will be more.
So do you think there should be more events like these for immigrants who are here in Canada?
Yes, I do think these events might help them because even interaction, like physical interaction and talking to someone in person helps a lot rather than just sending a message or connecting on LinkedIn. So I think events like this should be happening more.
All right, thank you so much for your time. So guys, we have Temple T with us standing right now. So my first question to you would be, how is this event helping immigrants in Canada?
Well, thank you to JUS TV for this amazing initiative and bringing on as a partner. This event is helping newcomers to be very engaging and to be very inspired to take action and to be more actionable in what they do and how they construct their journey and not allow others to define that journey for them. So
amazing, amazing. You gave us such a wonderful, like in a short sense, you gave such a nice definition of how this event can help. Other than that, I would also like to ask you one more question, and that would be, how many connections have you made so far through networking and events like these?
You know, I'm a big networker, so a lot of people just came up to me. I think I got 15 contacts so far, and my LinkedIn is always full. I'm at 11,000 people around Canada and the world, and so I feel that this has been a big change for me. So yeah.
So would you encourage more international students to be a part of events like these?
Yeah, I encourage more international students to be engaged. Allow yourself to gain the exposure to public speak and to communicate better and share your journey. That's all you can do.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So now we have Alia from Meds for Less, and let's talk about her initiative first. Like, what does she do and which company is she representing right now?
Hi, so my name is Alia and I'm the founder of Meds for Less, and yeah.
Okay, what does your company do?
So, as the name suggests, we make medicines affordable by bringing them from India to people that cannot afford their medication.
All right, that sounds like an amazing initiative because as a student and as an international immigrant, I personally feel I would definitely use the service. And how do you think this event is helping you so far?
I think that it's amazing. I'm meeting a lot of new people, a lot of people that are innovative and leaders in the community, and it's very inspiring. And I feel like a lot of people are inspired by me as well. And as immigrants that are struggling on the day-to-day, having these connections is so, so important in the growth and in their journey. So I think it's great.
All right, thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you.
Thank you, JUS TV. Thank you, Redefine, and all the sponsors that have made this possible. And thank you so much for the award as well.
Yeah, she's one of the awardees I forgot to mention. And this event specifically awarded 7 to 8 immigrants who are trailblazers and have done tremendous work so far. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So today now we have Kushali with us, and she's some sort of fresher, I could say, and she's an immigrant as well from India. And let's talk to her. So Kushali, so how are these events helping you so far?
So they have been pretty good. I have attended an event back in Deloitte. It was sponsored by Ritika as well. It was really good. I got to know about networking and what to do there. And I have made my LinkedIn profile after that, which is really bad. So immigrants should do that. And she really helped me moving forward. Like, I have connected her on LinkedIn. She replied as well. And for this event, I have won the laptop. Yeah. So that's also good. Being an immigrant, purchasing a laptop is a big deal. And I have just moved here 4 months ago, so that's good.
All right. So would you recommend these events to freshers or immigrants who are coming here to Canada?
Totally. These events really helps you to get to know people, and the people also help you back. So these are really great. You can also achieve more goals by attending these events and getting to know new people. Yeah.
We have Daniel joining us right now. So I would like to ask you, Daniel, why you are here at this event today?
Thank you so much, and I would like to appreciate to JUS TV for covering me. And I'm here for this event because I was nominated for the Leadership Trailblazers category, and I'm here to support other people and connect with students like me.
All right, so how do you think these events help immigrants in their day-to-day routine or general life?
Yeah, I've been in Canada for a year and 6 months, and I have been more like lonely, like alone, working so hard. But I feel like doing this event, I'm with my LinkedIn and I'm connecting to people right now. So I've met a lot of people. So I feel like this event will help me, to like get better knowledge of people, like jobs in their company, how to connect with them, how to meet with them, or maybe, it's so great to meet like-minded people like me.
So would you recommend these events to other immigrants who are coming?
Yes, I will. Like, networking is a great way of meeting people and, climbing the steps. For me, I've been through rejections, and coming here, I've seen people who has also been in rejections but didn't give up. So like, this event have taught me a lot. I've seen a lot of amazing people, and it keeps me pushing. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Daniel.
Thank you so much, JUS TV, for covering me.
All right, now we have Mr. Nitin Garg from NZT Financial Solutions. So, sir, moving forward, first I would like to ask you, how is this company helping international students?
So, before I say that, I would like to say, JUS TV, thank you very much for covering this event. I see you guys in every event that we see here for the new immigrants, and you are doing a good job. So, coming back to your question, so this NZT Financial Solutions, we are serving students basically into 3 sectors. One is we are helping them provide co-op services to get into financial sector. Second is we are hosting various mentor-mentee programs for students from various domains. We are partnered with various industry experts. We help them to understand the Canadian culture. Third is we are helping students to bring money from India to Canada to get that at a discounted price to pay their fees. So that's how. And about this event, I think Ritika is doing a very good job in connecting these students, helping them get direction. Because I was also a student once, and I can say that We all need that kind of direction. We all need that leadership. We need that mentoring to get ourselves settled here.
Thank you so much for saying that. And on the scale of 1 to 10, how much would you recommend networking to international comers or people who are coming from Canada?
If I say 10 being the highest, then I would say 12 is the number, right? Because see, Canada, if we are from India, networking is not very common in finding job there. But in Canada, networking is the only key, I would say, to get a job and building that network. These kind of events are the platform where you connect with the industry leaders, where you connect with people who are into a job and they can recommend you somewhere. So yes, networking is for sure very important.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. And we're so happy that JUS TV is able to cover all these events, and we also find you everywhere. So you're also doing a great job, definitely. So thank you so much for your time, sir.